Dog Show. This is Rudy Reyes. This is episode 1 on Barnburner. Welcome to barnburner.ca. Make sure you guys go check out barnburner.ca. I'm live right here, right now, for at least 30 minutes here today. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Rudy Reyes. If you're not familiar with me, go check out therudogshow.com, and you're going to see a lot of great things I've done over the last 4 years, talking about NFL, NCAA, NHL, and always having great guests, including tomorrow. I can't give it away yet. Are you kidding me? Gosh, no, okay, I'm going to spill the beans. Sean Merriman is going to join me tomorrow here right on the Rude Dog Show. We're going to talk about his code drive. No, he's not driving to get a coat. We're talking about his efforts in this cold season across certain parts of the United States, not including, well, where my next guest is. He seems to be in the cooler area. It's still nice. But when isn't it nice when you're talking about Florida? We're talking golf today right here on the Rude Dog Show. My special guest here is Jon Decker. Jon, welcome to the show. It's been a while. How are things going for you?
Rudy, thanks for having me back on the show. Things are going great.
Glad to hear it. Let's talk a little bit about what you have going on. Go to Laughlin.com. Next week you're flying out to Dallas, Texas. Tell the audience what you have going on there and how is it becoming a huge success for you.
Well, a couple of months ago, I started putting out some videos, and I got contacted by golfswing.com. They're instructional videos. They're on Facebook, and they're like 30 to 40 second long tips. And the company asked me to come on and be one of their instructors. So what I've been doing is I've been filming golf tips, sending them to Dallas, and making them on the website, and it's really done well. So they asked me to fly out to Dallas. I'm going to spend about a week there, and I'm going to film video tips, a really instructional series from putting, chipping, pitching, bunker, and doing course management as well.
Well, it sounds like you have your work cut out for you. Of course, flying out to Dallas, Texas, I've been there myself. And so you have a lot of great things going on. I wish you the best moving forward in what you have going on. And make sure everybody go checks out iQuestMedia.ca. Make sure you check out barnburner.ca. They're the ones that created this fantastic website. I'm on the front cover, and I'm writing Sundays. Imagine that. I'm on the radio. I'm on barnburner.ca, and I'm also writing columns. I'm a busy guy. Yes, I admit that. Speaking about being busy, Jon, let's kind of move over a little bit. I had seen him on the show on ESPN yesterday, and we're talking about making a comeback. We had this conversation before about Tiger Woods, where he was, what happened, going through all the possible penalties one person can go over. I'm not even just talking professional, I'm talking about personally. But he made news last week when he stated that he's going to return to his own Hero World Challenge. Would you consider this to be a stunning decision by a guy who was cleared barely for full golf activity only a few weeks ago?
I was slightly surprised when I heard that. I seen a few of the videos that he posted, and I will say his swing was good. I'm very impressed with his posture change. He's a little bit more upright than he was a few years ago. And when he releases the club and his tennis, he's in a much better position. He's much more on balance. Now I only saw him hit a few shots, and I did not see him hit the driver, which has been his bugaboo. But I'm excited that he's coming back. He's playing in the Hero World Challenge. It's November 30th through December 3rd in Albany, in Bahamas. And it's only 18-man field, so it's an opportunity for him to get back out and get some competitive juices going. And I really am going to be interested to see how he does. And I do believe that if Tiger Woods makes a full comeback, and I'm talking about over the next year to 2 years, I think it will be one of the greatest stories in all of sports. And I think there's no doubt that man drives eyeballs to the screen. People who are not golfers watch him. He is great for the game of golf. And, yes, he's had personal problems. Like I said, I don't judge people. I just, I'm rooting for him. And I will admit, I've always been kind of a Phil Mickelson fan. But But I'm really excited that he's coming back, and I think it'll be great for the game. And I think the young guys, the Dustin Johnson and Jordan Speed and Justin Thomas and these really great young players that are out there, and Rory, the people that grew up idolizing Tiger and kind of building their game the way, he was kind of the model or the bar, as you say. I really believe that if they want him back out there, I think they want to have a crack at him, and I think they want him to get back to his form, and I'm hoping that will happen at the end of this month.
I wish the best for Tiger Woods moving forward. I wish the best for him personally as well as professionally. I know that he has a lot of fans out there still that would like to see him make a comeback, to be able to mix and match and say, well, I put that behind me, but now I'm focused on golf. Only golf. I have my family. They're there. They exist. They're there to support me. I think that's one of the reasons why he has made and vowed this time and this time only to take his recovery very slowly and progressively. Do you foresee him doing this? I mean, is this going to be a year-long effort where you see him take timeouts of tournaments if he gets invited to go to these events in order to make sure his recovery is in full effect, so that way by the time he retires from golf, that he has a stable environment personally moving forward in life?
Yes, I do believe, first of all, he's not going to ever have to worry about getting in the tournament. The sponsors, he's going to qualify for all the tournaments just based on who he is. So that won't be an issue. I think going forward, you look at what Phil Mickelson's done in his 40s. He won, I believe, 5 majors in his 40s, and Tiger is going to be 42 at the end of December. So Tiger still has a window of anywhere from 5 to 8 years to where he could pop and maybe win a major or two. Jack Nicklaus won a major Masters at 46. So I think from that standpoint, he still has the opportunity. It's all going to be based on how his body holds up. Golf is a sport where you're walking 8 to 10 miles a day. You're not having to carry a bag, but you're swinging and you're hitting a lot of balls and putting a lot of strain on your back. And the thing about back injuries, Fred Couples has dealt with it for years. It's not something that you just get over. It's kind of like a lifestyle change. It is something that he's going to have to monitor the rest of his life. But I think that in some ways it will be good for him, because I think he's going to have to play more in the 85 to 90% range as far as the effort standpoint goes. And a lot of times in golf, that's good because you're not going at it. Sometimes, when we were younger, he would go at it 100%, and Jason Day's in that same boat. And when you go at it that hard, it's hard on your body. So I think in some ways this is going to help him, and he should get more fairways off the tee, because the biggest problem that Tiger has had when it comes to his game has been getting his driver in play. When he gets his driver in play, he's unbeatable, but his driver is failed him. So he's going to have to swing at a speed that's not quite as fast as some of the younger players who are coming up, and he's going to have to maybe give up a few yards, but put the ball in the fairway. If he's in the fairway and you're in the fairway, I like the chance.
I like his chances too. The only question that I have is his lower back spasms, and of course that affects your swing. I don't care what you have in your hands, whether it's a 2-iron or a 3-iron, it doesn't really matter, a putter for that matter. When you have back spasms, that really controls how well you're able to, if you have a high tolerance for pain, probably not going to bother you, but I know me, physically, if I had a lower back spasms right back here, you're going to recognize that that's going to affect everything that I do, and I'm not going to want to turn my torso to make that full swing. Maybe even a quarter swing can be very painful, because at one point, February 2nd, he withdrew from a tournament, Farmers Insurance Open, in Dubai. Do you think that he has that under control? Has he been willing to make certain types of corrections? I know that he has a new caddy, but does that affect him in upcoming in this Hero World Challenge, or is it something that may not affect him negatively?
No, I don't think that his caddy, that's not going to be an issue. I think that his main issue will obviously be his body and health. And so, like I said, the driver Driver is the club that puts you in a full swing. You're creating most speed and most torque. And I do believe that you're going to have to tone it back just a little bit, not a lot, but just a little bit. And doctors have given me clearance. Obviously, I'm not privy to any information about his health, so I'm sure the doctors are monitoring that. But what you really have to pay attention to is when you get the uneven lines, when you get a situation where your ball is maybe on the face of a bunker and you got one foot in the sand and one foot out, or you're getting out of a fairway bunker. Fairway bunkers can be hard on the body because sometimes you slip. And so it's very important that from a course management standpoint, especially early on this first year, is that he not try to push the button. If he's in trouble, he's probably going to have to play a little bit safer than he would have years ago because, I mean, Tiger Woods had all the shots. I mean, he very much like Seven was. He can hit the ball in trees and have all these crazy situations, and he can hit the hero shot, and a la Arnold Palmer and Seven Ballesteros. I think that he's going to have to stop doing that if he's in trouble. And basically try to get the ball back in play and go from there. It doesn't hurt when you're in the fairway. Golf hurts when you start getting those funny lies. That's when even if someone's perfectly healthy and they're young and athletic, when you get on these uneven lies, it can be difficult on the body.
Well, when you look at his swing, you're talking about how it looks a lot better, and I think it looks a lot better as well. But he now has Hank Haney. He was adamant that Tiger Woods would play the hero, and of course, Haney, the usual know-all, certainly was right in that scenario, and now he's playing in this hero challenge. How do you see him performing? I mean, last month he was assistant captain for the U.S. President's Cup team, and he admitted that it was a scenario about returning to competitive golf. What do you believe was the ultimate decision-making process that he went through in order to come back to play professional golf?
Well, I think the first thing that he had to deal with is getting his mental state with his health. The unfortunate arrest and the embarrassment of that. Not only, if that happens to the average person, a few people know about it. When it happens to Tiger Woods, the whole world knows about it. So I think he's had to deal with that. I think it was very good for him to be an assistant captain at the President's Cup. I know that he and Steve Stricker are very close friends. And so for Steve Stricker to invite him, for him to be around the guys, and I think it's like anything, you get away from it, but then when you get back in that arena, you see what it's like, you see the competitive juices, and you're watching from a perspective he's not used to. He's not used to watching other people play. He's used to being in the one where everyone watches him. And I would have to say that probably fired him up a little bit. And then I know that he and Justin Thomas, who lives down in South Florida as well, I know that they play a lot, and Ricky Fowler, they're all really good friends. So he's hanging out, he's 42, he's hanging out with guys that are 22, 24, 26, whatever. I think Justin Thomas is like 24. So he's hanging out with guys in their early 20s, and I think it's revitalizing his desire to get out and play with these guys. And, when he came up, it was Ernie Els and David Love that he was going after, and Bill Mickelson, that rivalry. Now there's this new wave of young players. And I think he wants a crack at him. And I think the competitor in him is coming out. And I think it'll be good for golf. Do I think he's ready to go out and win? No, I don't. But I think this is a good way for him to get some competitive juices going. He's going to be nervous. He's going to have some, anxiety about maybe his back and things like that. You got to at some point get out there and kind of get back in play things. And even if he comes in last place in the tournament, which I don't foresee doing, but even if he did, he would at least be able to go into the holiday season and the off season and say, okay, now what I need to really work on with my game, forget the back stuff, is my putting or my pitching or whatever it is, whatever he feels like letting me down. Now, on the flip side of that, if he were to go and play really, really well, I think his bar might raise even higher, and I think he might be thinking, okay, I am, one or two pieces away from competing in the majors again. Now, I don't foresee that happening, but you never know. The man is He's done things that we've all just looked back and said, wow, I can't believe that he did that, and he hit that shot. I expect him to play. I expect him to play and not have any health issues. And I think whatever he will spend this however he needs to spend it. If he plays poorly, he'll say, okay, at least I got that, I got back in the ring a little bit, I got my nerves, and I know I need to work out. And if he plays really well, my gosh, it might catapult him into, some victories next year. So it's going to be great for the game, whichever way. And there will be a lot of people paying attention. I can know that.
Oh, yeah, guaranteed. There's a lot of peering eyes right now looking at Tiger Woods thinking, who is this guy? Is he a shell of himself? Is he going to become the Tiger that everybody knows on the golf course? Now, we all can't forget that what happens off the golf course affects you as a professional golfer, just like in any other professional sport, NBA, NFL, NHL. Anything that you are a part of off the field, off the grid, off the ice will affect you professionally. So these two are very correlated, and I think that's one of the things that we often miss or put aside because we don't want to realize that those types of effects off the field affect us on the field. And I think Tiger Woods has slowly, mentally, emotionally, and physically have been preparing himself to propel him into where he's at right now. And you're right, you're talking about him not being able to win. And if he does, then so be it. I hope he does. I hope he does the best to his ability to perform and show other people that he certainly has something left in the bag. But overall, when you look at it, I think this is probably one of the best golf comeback stories of all time. If for some reason Tiger Woods can get himself in position to get back to where he is, I think he has a 6 to 8 year window. Whether he lasts as long as Arnold Palmer, nobody knows, but it could happen. What are your thoughts about Woods possibly playing to the age of the great Arnold Palmer?
Well, that, Arnold Palmer, he played up in his 60s, early 60s, until he finally retired from the, playing in Masters, playing in the British Open, and playing the U.S. Open and majors and stuff like that. Time will tell as far as that goes. One thing about Tiger is I don't see Tiger being a guy, he's 42. I don't see him being the kind of guy that's looking to turn 50 and go out on the Champions Tour. I don't think that's his desire at all. I think he either wants to be on the PGA Tour or he'll do something else. That's just kind of the way the feeling I get. I don't know for sure. I'm not privy to that information. But as far as the longevity of his career, it is going to be based on his health in his case. It's not a physical, his golf swing looks, from what I can tell, the swings that I've seen, I've only seen a few of his swings since his surgery, but I thought they looked very good. I like the fact that he was on balance. I like the fact that, for example, he was hitting one of the videos I saw, he was hitting the stinger. And one of the things I noticed when he used to get that stinger, he would make a lot more divot, which means he was really driving hard into his left side, and he was really getting his hands really forward impact, and that was putting a lot of strain on his body. Because anytime you swing with that kind of force into the ground, you can have injury. And I noticed that when he hit the stinger on the video, he barely even took a divot. So I think that he is aware of what he can and can't do, and I think he's going to come it back a little bit, at least in the early stages. Now, I don't know, as time goes on, he might not, but early on, I think he will. I think he's going to play within himself, and I expect him to, from a physical standpoint, I expect him to do well. I feel like that he's going to come out of the tournament and he's going to, he's going to be feel, well. He's going to be playing, in the Bahamas. The weather's going to be warm, hopefully for them. So I think that's not, he's not playing in cool fall weather, which is not good on the back, obviously. And I think he'll do well.
I think he'll do well too. I look at Tiger Woods and I think to myself, Michael Jordan, in his latter years, knew what he physically could and could not do. How he could perform on the hardwood is something similar to Tiger Woods, and came to the realization, say, look, this is what I need to play within. These are the frameworks. These are the pieces. And I think Michael Jordan followed the same type of letter to the law, say, you know what, you 40-something years old, you can't do those things that you used to do. You can't go up and slam dunk. It's not possible. It's not going to work. You're talking about the divot that Tiger Woods had taken during that stinger. And I watched it myself, and I thought to myself, well, he didn't tear up that much grass with that stinger. I mean, that's something that traditionally he has done historically, taking that back foot and just ripping it apart once that ball's off the tee. I didn't see that happen. So what that tells me is that he's more comfortable with it. He's learned a different type of mechanical way, so he doesn't stress his lower back out during those types of swings.
Yeah, his posture was a lot better. I did not like where he was going, in the past with his posture. I thought he was way too bent over, and I thought his posture was a lot better. And your posture has a lot to do with your, it's going to affect your spine angle, which is going to affect, the path that your club swing on. There's a lot of things that go in, when you look at a golf swing, you always start from the ground and you work your way up. And it's very much like building a home. You have to build the base before you build the roof. You don't build the roof first, you got to build the base first. So when I look at the foundation of Tiger's setup, it looked good. His distance from the ball looked good. He didn't look like he was slumped over. He looked a little bit more erect with his posture. And I think that, in the finish, you've got to realize a tour player, when a lot of the teachers work with these players, these guys already have great golf swings. They're only making subtle adjustments. They're not making huge adjustments. But when you get off in your setup, it's going to affect your golf swing. I think that he's on the right track now. And the reason, whenever you watch golf on television, watch the guys finish. If they're finishing on balance, then they're swinging well. And the swings that I've seen, I've only seen a few, he looks to be on balance.
Well, he looks a lot better to me than I think most people thought he would look like at this point in his career. But bottom line is this, Tiger Woods is in it. He's in it to win it. Where he lands in the whole scheme of things, I don't think it really matters, because right now it's the recovery aspect. It's recovery, getting himself back into playing golf on a regular basis with all the physical requirements that golf wants you to be a part of the game, as well as things off the field, staying away from taking unnecessary drugs and taking those prescription medicines that otherwise had harmed you in the past, and really throw those away, which he probably already should have done at this point. But, Jon, thank you so much. I appreciate the half hour that you give me. Tell everybody where they can find you and how they can look at all your great videos about golf instruction.
Thanks, Rudy, for having me. If you want to watch my videos, go to golfswing.com/Jon Decker. And I spell my name Jon, Jon Decker. I'm also on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. You can go to Jon Decker Golf Instruction. I put videos up pretty much every day. Friend me on Facebook. I'm on LinkedIn and Instagram as well. And I also have a book. It's Golf is My Life, Glorifying God to the Game. And it's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble website. You can download the hardcover, the ebook, and it has the hardcover and softcover as well. And it's a Christian book with a lot of great golf stories in there. And I got a story about Tiger Woods in the book as well. So, I really appreciate the time, Rudy, and you have a great day.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I have that book, so anybody who wants some insight, let me know. Go grab a copy yourself. It's available on Amazon. Jon, thanks, man. I appreciate your time. We will talk to you soon.
Take care, Rudy.
You too. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. So when you look at a guy like Jon Decker and you think to yourself, man, this guy has done his homework, go check it out. It's a great book, good stuff. This is Rudy Reyes on barnburner.ca. Go to iQuestmedia.ca for all you Canadians, that want to get their website to look primo, as good as barnburner.ca does. Go check it out. This is Rudy Reyes on the Rude Dog Show on barnburner.ca. Thanks for tuning in.